Hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí Julio Monroy. Hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial desde Polonia. Este live stream va a estar en inglés totalmente, pero vamos a tener subtítulos en español para las personas que están conectadas a través de YouTube y Facebook. Entonces, aquí vamos. Hey, Marek, how are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again, my
Yeah, nice to
friend.
see you again. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, it's
It's
it's very late over here. Yeah.
yeah. What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here it's five o'clock. We still have sun, but it's okay. Thank you for connecting and I know it's late, but I think it will be worth. And we are with David Sicar. Hey David, how are you?
Hi everyone, welcome back to Producing with Julio Monroy. Marek, it's a huge honor to have you here. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with us. For the people connecting, remember that you can actually send us questions through the platform on which you are watching, and I will communicate them to both Julio and Marek. I leave you with the conversation.
Thank you, David. Well, Marek, we are here because we want to know more about the products, Bettermaker products, software, plugins, hardware. Yeah, it will be great if you can show it to us because we have been using the plugins and the hardware, and it's amazing. So I know that you created Barrier Maker, so you know more about all the equipment and yeah.
Yeah, probably I do.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. So what you want to know?
Everything. Tell me more about the plugins that you have, the how you say that recallability, I guess.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
Recallability and how it works, how it sounds. Uh, yeah, yeah. I need that the people uh, fall in love like me with your equipment.
Yeah. So first of all, Bettermaker is a company that was established in Warsaw, Poland, and it's still here. So we are right now quite a few people working on it, and we have the hardware connected with the plugins to your DAW, and we also have the plugins by itself distributed by Plugin Alliance. So what's special about the company? We were the first company that incorporated plugins into a recall of a hardware unit in Pro Audio, so that distinguishes us from the others. And so far we had like a lot of different compressors, EQs, limiters. The limiter is actually, we have more than 3,000 users of our limiter
Oh,
worldwide.
yeah.
So and a lot of users in actually in Hollywood. So yeah, so a lot of billboard stuff is going through through our gear. And right now, the limiter is also getting popular more and more in the live business. So, for example, the Madonna concert in Rio, or Copacabana, right? On Copacabana, was made on our limiter. So it was a huge event, the biggest one in the world, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, people like Celine Dion, Backstreet Boys. Right now, Rod Stewart will be having our limiter on his tour. So we are quite happy to see that more and more people are using it in the live area, not much as in the
Uh-huh.
mastering area.
So
So
those limiters are hardware? Yeah?
yes, these are hardware
Okay.
limiters that tour with the in the racks of the live setup.
Oh, that's cool. Because I was wondering about the latency
Well, there is no
in
latency
in a
now,
live show.
so it's
Wow,
okay.
yeah.
But still, when you use all those consoles, and first of all, you have latency because you are far from the stage.
Hmm.
So you have the latency of the sound travel. So anyway, you will get it somehow.
Yeah.
Uh, so yes, and what can I say? In 2019, yes, 2019, we released our first plugin. It was the EQ232. It was uh, um, let's say not replica, but it was the straight representation of our EQ232. That
Hmm.
was a hardware first of all, and people really liked it. And I was wondering if it will be a hit, and it was. So I was very happy to see that people want to use it. And since then, we released 6 different plugins. So we have 2 different EQs, 3 different compressors, and a reverb so far.
Hmm. And Marika, I was wondering how what is the most challenging moments or difficulties when creating plugins in a world that there's a lot of brands who create plugins, and I know that Bettermaker has a big difference. Yeah, it's different, but how are the difficulties when you have to hire people who programs and or how to create an equipment and that the equipment can communicate with the computer. How is that in Poland?
Well, the difficulty is as same as running any other business. So you have to
Hmm.
find people that are really good at it. And for example, like get finding coders that work in C++, it's not so easy because it's already an old language. So young people are not learning it as much as they used to. So, there are less and less people that are really into programming audio plugins, and it's hard to find them. So, if somebody watches us and knows how to make plugins, I will be happy to talk to them because there is no potential limitation for me in development right now.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
understand.
the only thing that restricts us from releasing new stuff is the time, because I have a team of programmers, but basically, they have as much time as the hours on the clock. So it's not that easy. Then managing the whole company, and figuring out what will work and what not, working on the interfaces, like you basically, I think that it's not very different than running any other tech company, actually. When it comes to hardware, the challenges are to make a consistent flow of the parts, to consistent flow of the production. Be sure that the parts that you designed with are available on the market and will be available on the market 5 years from now. Um, to not overstock, because then you
Yeah,
freeze.
sure.
Like there are many other challenges. When you run a restaurant, you also cannot overstock because the food will get bad. So it's similar as any other business that you have to, you know, um, logistically know how to do it.
Yeah, 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 sure. I know that a lot of people who create electronic music, they have your equipment too, right? DJs.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
like
it. Yeah.
Fred again is using it for live sound. Hardwell has the full setup of our gear for he uses it for mastering. Timofey, the producer of David Guetta, has our limiter. Uh, who else? Joker, the famous dubstep, one of the originators of the real dubstep, has, I don't know, maybe 15 or 16 different units.
Sorry.
Nicky Romero, yeah, no problem. Nicky Romero has also our gear. Um, That's from top of my head, like I'm sure there are many big stars that also have it, but I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, my friend, we have one equipment of yours here in Bogota, in Colombia, and it's amazing the sound, and it's like you said, it has steroids, and yeah, like it's the equipment. It gives a great sound, and like the equipment. Without the equipment. That happens with your plugins too, with the compressors and everything. Like the sound is before that and after it's like so punchy, hard, big. So
Thank
I was wondering if you can show us what do you have there in your computer, your plugins and
Well, before that, we actually made an amazing video talking about this
yeah.
uh, from NAM 2026. We have it here. So it would be great if we could show it before so we can give a little bit more context. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please.
Okay, sending the video right now.
We are here with Marek Walaszek from Bettermaker.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again here. I have seen that you have a lot of equipment. So you have a mastering limiter, equalizer, compressor.
Then we have the Valve passive stereo equalizer. So basically it's a Pultec on steroids, and it's stereo. And this is the solid state version, so if you don't need so much color, you can go for a clean version of that. Okay, so the principle of my company is that it's all analog, always all analog, and it has digital recall. So you can basically do recalls with your session, do automation, screen sets. You can get the convenience of the plugin too.
Basically, I have this master limiter, and you can connect it to your computer and recall.
Yeah, and you can see a plugin, so you're always at your sweet spot actually, because you don't have to even touch the gear to use it.
Why do I want to have the hardware and the plugin?
People love analog sound, and you can work more quickly with analog because the sound is more desirable. The thing is that the recallability in analog was always the issue. So basically you have to go and do some notes or do photos, and we are offering the recallability with your plugin. So basically when you close your session, the unit will remember when it was through the plugin.
And how can I control the equipment from the software?
Basically you open up the plugin. The plugin is equivalent to the unit that you have over here. So when you turn the knob, you can see the knob turns in the plugin. The units connect via XLR for the analog, and the connection is via USB.
I like it. I don't have any words.
There are many possibilities to try it at your studio if you want to. Just contact your local dealer and find out.
My friend, I am so happy that you show me this and this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
So yeah, there's a little demo there. So
I
we have
like it.
more context. That was an amazing video. You did a great job with the interview. So I'm gonna put Marek's screen now, and you should be able to listen to something. If you don't listen to the music, please write it on the comments, but you should.
So should I play a test for everybody to be sure that they hear what
Yes,
is-
please.
Yep. So are we
I
there?
hear
Yep.
I hear twice, or am I crazy?
Let me check.
Should I play it again?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, they're telling us
Perfect.
we're hearing it.
Yeah, so it's all okay?
All okay.
Okay,
Perfect, my friend.
thank you. Okay, so let's start with the range of our plugins, and I will just talk about them, and then we'll play around a little bit. So first of all, this is the first plugin that we released. It's a half active, half passive EQ. So you can see the pull tag section over here. So you have the boost, the low frequency boost, the low frequency cut, the high boost and high cut over here, and all the frequencies that you can choose. So if you're familiar with pull tags, you will know what's happening here. And we added two parametric filters over here. So you have EQ number one over here. So it goes from 45 to 1K. And you have the EQ number two over here from 650 to 15K. So basically it covers the whole spectrum. Additionally to that, we added a fluent frequency filter and it's 24 dBs an octave from 18 to 200 hertz. It doesn't seem like much as in a digital EQ, but actually we were the first company to add that 24 dB an octave high pass filter in hardware that was in 1 dB steps, in 1 hertz steps to choose. So basically, normally companies add filters that are just stepped, and you have a few different choices, and this was a fluent filter. So as you can see over here, the EQ also has an MS matrix, and when you unlink it, you have a drop-down menu, and you can use it on the MS EQ. So basically, you have the side signal over here and the mid signal over here.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
cool.
and that's basically it about that. So let's go to another one. So the next one we released, and it also was a replica of our unit, the hardware unit, was the bus compressor. So the bus compressor is super easy. You have the threshold, the ratio, the attack, the release, auto release, mix, and gain. And the detection, you have RMS and peak. Then the sidechain goes from 10 hertz up to 2000 hertz. So basically, when you use the high pass in the sidechain and boost the mids over here at about 7000 hertz, you basically can turn it into a deesser if you have a monophonic signal. Then what we added is that we measured the THD of the VCA that was installed in the plugin in the hardware, and we separated it from the whole chain so that you can saturate. You can get a very clean compressor from it or a very dirty one if you go to 100%, and then you can mix it in to your liking. So it's simple as that, but we are working most of the time on making the plugins very simple and usable for our for people. So the easier they get, the more power you can get from them. Of course, you can get the side the outs external sidechain over here too. So this was our second plugin. The third plugin we did was the BM60. And that's an exciting one because it's a plugin that was based on the legendary Lexicon PCM60. And we measured it very, very carefully. We even added the distortion that it has when you go with the level too high on the input. So it's kind of exciting because you can distort your incoming signal of the reverb, and then you get that kind of a bite into that reverb, and it also clips a little bit, so it can be a very fun effect to use. What we added to the classic design over here is the second panel that you see over there. And the second panel is made especially by us to push the reverb into the modern era. So we added the pre-delay to the reverb. We added the width, so you can go from basically mono up to super wide modern reverb that you can play around with. And then we have the modifier. So the modifier is a very useful tool, especially when you mix drums, because you can decide when the reverb will be in mono and when the reverb will go wider. So basically, you can have your, let's say, the bass of the snare and your bass drum in mono and always in center, and then your overheads really wide.
Wow.
The last thing that you have here is that you have the Docker. So Dockers are ducking and sidechaining the reverb is a very common very common technique right now on the market and with among mixers. So basically, what it does is while you increase the amount over here, it will duck the signal when the dry signal is appearing, duck the reverb signal when the dry signal is appearing, and will release the reverb signal by the time it reaches by the time of the release. So yeah, so that's basically it, and it's a very fun and very fast to work on plugin too, because you have like limited size and limited reverb times over here, so you cannot really go wrong. There are like basically 16 combinations to choose from, and that's it. The next up we had is also a replica of our, not this one, the replica of our hardware unit. This is the passive EQ that has also a valve circuit in it over here. So what the valve circuit does is that normally the EQ saturates very mildly, but when you turn it on, it will boost the signal on the input by 6 dBs and then dump it by 6 dBs after the circuit. So basically, you push in more signal and the signal is then trimmed by those 6 dBs. So basically, you don't hear that difference in the volume, but you hear the difference in saturation. And otherwise, this is a very simple Pultec style EQ. But what you can see is that we are the first company that introduced actually the representation of what the Pultec trick does. So you can add and cut at the same time. And also, what's fun is that you have handles. So basically, you can use the Pultec as it is as you would use FabFilter, for example. What's the additional functions that you have in it is that you can also create your own Pultec filters, Pultec trick filters by unlinking the button of the low cut and low boost. So basically, you can change right now the frequency of low cut and the frequency of low boost independently. So that gives you
Okay.
very strange different curves that you can achieve, as you can see.
I like that you can see the graphic. I like that because when you are with another equalizer, so you cannot see the graphics, so it's more clear. And for example, if you want to teach that, it's very good too.
Yeah, that has an educational value. Actually, we added the graphics because we were talking with many educators around the world, and they were asking. We were asking how do they teach the graphics, the Pultec trick, and how do they teach the passive behavior of the EQs, and they didn't have a solution for that. So basically, it's a teaching tool too. What's also exciting about that EQ is that you have a fluent frequency range in the high spectrum. So basically, you are not locked into those frequencies that you were always using in that classic Pultec designs. And as we were looking at the EQ 232, you had that dual mono and MS possibility, and here you also can have an MS pull tag. So, for example, if you unlink it, you can, let's say, add a little bit of highs in the side signal, and don't use the lows in the side signal, but use like a lot of bass in the mids. So basically, an MS pull tag is something that really people should like, as I think.
Yeah. That's the EQ that you in the video you said that it's with like a Pultic with steroids.
A pull tag with what? Sorry.
Steroids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of, yeah, probably yes. That will be that, because like there are not many pull, even the plugins of the pull tags are not so built that way. So as you can see, we have a few nice people that added their ideas of presets to this, so you can also see how they approach that signal too. So next up will be actually my favorite compressor that we have. This is the um, C502 Bettermaker C502V, and this is a replica of our 500 series compressor. So let me close the window so it will be easier to describe it first. So when we close it up, you will see that I have we have basically the threshold, the mix, the attack over here, the release ratio. So nothing really special about it. But then you have the sidechain high pass filter. Of course, that's also not a very special thing. But then you have the Bettermaker mode, the SSL mode, and the DBX mode in one plugin. So we can pick and choose which compressor do you like most to use on your on the particular instrument, for example, or your bus. Next up is that you can also unlink it and use it in MS. And when you use it like that, you can use different compressors on mid and side signal. So that's also an exciting feature. The last window is that it shows the compression mode and the how the compression works. It also has a very nice educational value, and I will show it in a second how it works actually. But I wanted to show our latest product, that is the uh, actually the Bettermaker mastering compressor, that's also based on our mastering compressor hardware, and that's the most sophisticated compressor on the market as hardware, and I think it overshoots many plugin compressors too, because first of all, you have a high pass filter on the input that helps you to work with signals that are really boomy. Then you have all those three modes. So you have the Bettermaker modes, SSL mode, and DBX built in, same as the other one. You have a peak feedback. You have feedback and feed forward detection mode. Then peak and RMS also to choose from, and you have a very sophisticated sidechain filter over here. So you have the high pass, the low pass, and the whole and the parametric section over here. Next up, you have the attack release ratio and the reduction range. So this is a very fun function, because when you, for example, set it to 5 dBs or something, the compressor won't compress more than those 5 dBs ever. So it's like kind of
Yeah.
your safety net.
That's it, the range, right?
Yes, that's the range.
Yeah.
Then in particular modes, because not every mode offers all the parameters because of the historical reasons of the original one. For example, in the Bettermaker mode, you can always also set the knee of the compressor. Then you have the mix, the makeup gain, and then you also have that THD button that THD knob that you saw in the bus compressor. So basically, you can add your THD. Next up, this is one of my favorite things, and really it saturates very nicely. That's the drive. It's kind of a clipper that we added also to the compressor. So basically, you have two different dynamic modes, dynamic processors in one unit. When you use it in MS mode, you also get width over here, so you can use to balance the stereo and mid signal over here. So that's basically these are basically all the plugins that we have so far. So what I can do, I can try to play the song that we have over here
Yeah, please, please.
and try to play around with the compressor.
Yeah, yeah.
Duck and dodge, all you motherfuckers coming at me. Zick and zag, all the hate, but they keep running at me. I ain't scared. What you want? I ain't scared. What you want? If I fall, I just pick up 'cause about my money. Send me now with my crown, I'm me think you funny. I ain't scared. What you want? I ain't scared. What you want? You can say what you wanna, but I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna run the world. You can say what you wanna, but I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna run the world. They used to hate, now they drink my Kool-Aid. When they catch fear, but they think me bougie. Taste this, laughing at a bitch. You ain't on the team, so you better be dismissed. They used to hate, now they drink my Kool-Aid. When they catch fear, but they think me bougie. Taste this, laughing at a bitch. You ain't on the team, so you better be dismissed. I do what I want to. They tie knots it out like a bunty. They try, but they can't do what I do. They try, but the most really run. Stay in line.
This is the way I would set it up. So as you can see, there's another educational value to the um, to the graph that you saw underneath. I cannot talk and play at the same time because probably you won't hear me. So as you see, the graph is showing up over there, and it helps really for you to figure out what the compressor is doing and how it really works. So I think it's a good educational value for that. Let's play around with let's turn off the compressor and let's play around with the passive EQ, because that's a very nice thing to have fun with. So be aware that we'll go for the MS mode, and we will add some nice lows into the spectrum in the mids, and we will add some wide highs into the sides.
Okay, okay.
Duck and dodge, all you motherfuckers coming at me. Zick and zag, all the hate, but they if I fall, I just pick up 'cause about my money. Send me now with my crown, I'm me think you funny. I ain't scared. What you want? I ain't scared. What you want? You can say what you wanna, but I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna run the world. You can say what you wanna, but I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna run the world. They used to hate, now they drink my Kool-Aid. When they catch fear, but they think me bougie. Taste this, laughing at a bitch. You ain't on the team, so you better be dismissed.
Yeah, so I think it adds something to it, like it's a fun plugin that you can play around.
Yeah. Yeah, so your chain right now is like before first the compressor or the EQ?
No, I'm only using the EQ. I didn't use two at the same time. So
But
what you
but
hear?
but when you use it, when you use your plugins, what is your preferred chain? I know that
Okay.
the answer is it depends, but
Well, most of the times I use like a subtractive EQ before the compressor, then the compressor, and after that an upward EQ to compensate for the compression.
that's cool. That's cool.
So basically two EQs and one compressor in between.
But if you're using this EQ that attenuates and boost, you use it
Mhm.
before, yeah? Be-
Well, I tend to no, I tend to use this one after the compressor most of the time.
okay, okay,
If I need to cut something, I use it before the compressor so it won't will not affect the compression.
I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, that's cool. Sounds pretty good. There's a lot of people in the in the chat, right? See that is they have great comments. I don't know if you can share with those comments, David.
Yes, I can. So, first of all, we have greetings from the Pan American Audio Educators Conference
Woo!
are here with us. So, thank you. This amazing event from John Cribbit. We're going to talk about it in a while.
Yeah,
We have Hi from Iron Ears, Francisco Escobar. Sounds perfect. Verifying the audio. I love Bettermaker from us to the world. The Valve EQ looks amazing. Iron Ears also says this is an interesting EQ when you were talking about the Valve EQ. Iron Ears wants to participate on the giveaway, saying son muy geniales. That means the plugins are really cool. Um,
Okay, so maybe somebody has some questions because like I can talk for hours about it, but maybe something particular it's in your area of interest.
we don't have questions. Yes, just good comments. This compressor has too much character. Wow, watch the plugin performance into the graphic is very interesting. So yeah, I actually took the liberty.
yeah. Look at this, beautiful.
It was connected to Julio's studio, so I wanted to show it to you.
Okay.
I have to put it back. I don't want to, but I have to.
Yeah, yes, please, David.
Yeah, so
Yeah, beautiful piece.
you can see this. Let me just. Can you tell us a little bit more about what this
Okay, so
about?
this is the solid state version of our EQ. So what you saw on the screen was the valve version that has trafos and valves, and this one is a solid state one. So it's a little bit no much cheaper actually when from the valve and trafo one, and it has a very clean sound. So imagine a pool tech that doesn't make your sound overcooked.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fantastic. We have tried it and we have loved it. So
Yeah, beautiful. We put in a piano album to
Mhm.
create some bass and everything, and the piano was very thin, and then and when you move the knobs, it's different. It's so different. So I
Yeah,
like it.
and the difference are subtle until you turned off the EQ, and then you notice that the difference is huge actually.
Hmm. Yeah, and the recallability, that's great because I remember that I had to close the session and open 2 days after, and yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
great.
and you know that you have also snapshots over there. So basically, you can use from song to song, you can use a different snapshot, and you don't have to automate all the parameters, but you can just automate all the like presets. And we didn't talk about it, but all the hardware is automatable also. So
Yeah,
it's not only recallable, but you can automate it too.
Yeah. We have been like experimenting with the equipment. That's great. And in the I think that in the following days, 1 or 2 weeks, we're going to upload a video of this beautiful EQ, my friend,
That would be amazing,
in
actually.
Spanish. In Spanish,
Yeah, hopefully.
because yeah. Yeah.
So I will have a chance to learn Spanish more then.
Yeah, you. But we can teach you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I hope so. I have only what 1 month left to the Pan American Audio Conference, right?
Yeah. And we have David. David, can you tell us more about the Pan American Audio Educators Conference, please?
Yes, I can. So, the second edition for the Pan American Audio Educators Conference is going to take place the 18th and the 20th of April of this year. So, this is an amazing event. We have been there, we were there last year. And it's basically a space where educators can meet with technology developers and other educators to talk about curriculum and, well, talk about music technology, how the change in technology actually is changing audio education. This is a event specifically done for educators, but it's going to be run currently with Soundcheck Expo, one of the biggest audio expos in Latin America. I think it's the biggest. So, well, don't miss it. If you're an educator, you can go to the webpage on the poster and you'll be mostly welcome.
Thank you, David. Yeah, well, Mark, I don't know if you want to share us more, or I know that it's late in Poland.
Well, like you can always go to the Plugin Alliance site, and each of our plugin has a 14-day trial with no
Oh, cool.
limitations. So basically, you can just try it for yourself if you like it, and then decide if it is for you or not. I think that it's about time to give away a plugin, or maybe two.
Wow, or maybe three.
We'll see. Let's like you want to draw, or let's make a contest and see the comments.
Well, we always have like a roulette.
Yeah.
Have a roulette.
Okay.
That's more fair because then
Roulette based on what? Like the names that appeared, or what? Or
Yeah.
how does it work?
comment that want
Uh,
to participate. We have
I have the roulette here. Let me share it.
5.
I'm going to share a screen.
Okay.
Okay, David?
Sure.
Uh,
Let me just route the scene really quick.
Am I also participating in the draw? Why there's no? Why my name is not there?
because you have all the plugins.
So I can sell this one.
We can add you. Maybe you will win.
It's good, like we don't have to do it.
Well, maybe.
Okay, let's see. Maybe that's my lucky day.
Yeah, I think that these are the people, right, David? Or I saw that Francisco Escobar. He wants to be inside. And yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it.
So Marek,
Yes.
I'm going to press, and
Yeah.
when someone, for example, the name at the first attempt, or
So should I say stop or what?
No.
We have another person entering from Instagram. It's Valeria Villas.
Mm. Okay. Valeria Villas, yeah. Okay. Hi, Valeria. So we are ready, huh?
First one.
First one. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, so the winner is
Oh, Juan Gomez. Wow, that's amazing.
amazing. So
Congrats.
Juan actually, I think he won the last giveaway. So
Yeah.
please be sure to contact. We know who you are. So the other people that are called Juan Gomez, because it's a really common name here in Colombia. Well,
Yeah.
they're not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's so common. Mm. So basically, what is the price for Juan Gomez, Maro?
Well, let's say he will get the plugin of choice.
okay.
Plugin of toys?
Yeah, so he can choose whichever plugin he wants from us.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So let's draw another one.
Wow, like the mezcal.
Should put Juan Gomez.
Another one.
Should
Okay.
take Juan Gomez on out.
I
Maybe
don't know
he
if
will win too. I don't know.
I don't know. Come on.
Where is Juan Gomez? Here. Okay. No,
Great.
it's empty.
So
Go.
if it lands there, that means Maro choose from the names.
Maro, wow. Oh, Valeria Villas. Wow.
Valeria Villas, congrats.
Amazing. So Valeria, please also write to us. Let us know which plugin do you want, and congratulations to both Valeria Villas and Juan. Amazing Juan. He has had like a huge luck period on the live stream. So congratulations again. And well,
Thank you, Maro.
Thank
Thanks
you
a
so
lot.
much.
Yeah. Well, my friend, it's time to sleep. But thank you
Well, I'm
for
getting tired. Yeah, that's true. You know, it's really late over here,
yeah, I
and I
know
still
it.
have to get home.
Oh yeah, because you're in the studio. It
Yeah.
is far?
Well, 15 minutes drive. So
Okay.
let's say in a half an hour, I have a chance to look at my bed at least.
Okay. That's cool, my friend. Hey, thank you. Thank you for all the equipments that you are creating, and you know the stuff that you are creating too for, education and for people who cannot like see and impaired people. I love that, my friend.
Thank you so much.
so thank you to all the people that connected. Thank you, Marek, for doing this live stream again with us. It was a huge honor to have you on this new season, and looking forward to seeing you at the Pan American Audio Educators Conference as well. So, well,
Yeah.
thank you Julio, for creating this amazing space. I'll leave you now with Julio Monroy.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. It's has been amazing, and Marek gave us 2 plugins. So thanks a lot, Marek. And next week we are going to be with Adam Correa. He works with Metallica, so it's going to be a great live stream podcast. See you next week. Bye bye.